Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades, where we're gonna go a little bit further than I suggested we might at the end of the last episode. I'm taking us up to 5 heat. I would really like to see if it's just that you just get the reward from those special heat access things, or if it takes you to a special room, or what happens. And I had a look at the pact, and it seems like we can get to 5 heat without it being too much more dangerous than the 3 heat that we were already planning on taking on. So we're going to try it, and we're going to try a run that's going to maybe be a little bit similar to something we did recently, but I'm kind of thinking this is a place where I might want to have a lot of power available to us. So we're going to go Eris Aspect, spend some more keys, and somebody suggested, a thing that I've not yet done, a gun run where we go for the infinite ammo thing right away, get the Zeus Chain Lightning buff, and just full-on Chain Lightning Cannon, and that sounds extremely cool. So that's what we're doing today. 36% bonus damage after absorbing the Special Blast. Seems better. That number's getting to a good place. So let's set up the pact here. So you can see we have both points in extreme measures. I put on 20% more enemies in standard encounters, which I think is not going to be a big problem most of the time. One instance of damage control shouldn't be a big deal, because on this run we're not reliant on one big burst of damage at the beginning of a room. It's going to be a lot of constant damage. Yeah, so I think we're... And of course, Stake Oil stays on, because Stake Oil. So 5 heat, let's go and see if we can get ourselves into some trouble. Oh, that's right, tight deadline that's a bad idea. I don't play any game fast enough for that. Alright, let's try it. 5. Whew. It shouldn't be too dangerous. The enemies don't hit harder. There are more of them, but I forgot to... Okay, sorry, hold on a second. Give up. I done goofed. I forgot to grab the Zeus keepsake, which was the plan. How am I going to get my sweet lightning gun if I forget to bring my lightning thing? Lightning thing. Here we go. Hey, it unspent my keys.
Keep your finger on the trigger at all times, pal.
Keep your finger on the trigger at all times. That's just good thinking. Thank you, Bone Man. Bone Man? Skelly? I don't remember what your name is. Oh, that's right. We have 2. I was looking at this and I was thinking, wait, why is this 3 heat already? But it's because we have 2 points of extreme measures. So, +1 summons, +1 damage control. There we go.
Time to put in extra work for those.
Zagreus is like, hey man, we're not getting any more rewards. Why do you keep turning it up? I'll tell you why I'm turning it up, because I'm not afraid of anything. I should be, but I'm not, because I'm stupid.
Even when you reach the surface, Zagreus, you call upon me then and there, all right? I'll personally see to it that you'll be escorted up to Olympus, and your quest shall be complete.
Man, I don't want to be personally involved with Zeus. I know, I've heard the stories. I know how that goes. We did not get access to the attack buff. Do we want... What of these do we want, then? I think I'm just going to take the call. This is a nice high damage version of the call. That's an okay start. And hey, look at that. We get to test the thing right away. We should probably, be playing with the gimmick of our build. Okay. Heart versus gold. I'm pretty happy to take this.
Well, here goes nothing.
Let us descend. What is it? What did we get? Ooh.
Greetings, Father.
Don't let yourself get hit, or else, boy.
Okay.
Let's give it a go.
Slay enemies without getting hit. I can maybe do that. Oh no! What are you doing to me? Chariots? That doesn't seem fair. God, I hate the chariot. That was maybe unwise. I dashed in there so that I could have the damage buff. But also, just being close to the chariots is such a bad idea. Also, holy shit, this chariot has so much health. No, you're crashing into stuff. I can hear you crashing into stuff. What? Why is this enemy allowed to have this much health? Alright, well, we've almost got his armor off, although I am not foolish enough to think that that's going to mean I can stagger him. I am, however, foolish enough to shoot my my special in a way that it almost can't hit him. I really, really don't feel safe trying to stand in it myself to charge up. I think we gotta use this offensively at a distance if we're gonna have any chance of not getting hit here. God, I hate chariots. I hate them so much. Right, the gun doesn't stagger people. Don't forget. Please tell me this is the only enemy left. I hope this isn't like wave 1 of a 6-wave challenge. I mean, I guess I could, like, right here, take a moment, charge myself up, still have one of these for him. Nope, as soon as I fire it, he starts charging at super speed. And it's just enough time for me to not have my buff anymore. Nope. We're so close. We're so close. Look at him. He's so cagey.
Gloat-like.
Simple.
That was a double heart, too. And then garbage rewards. Well, I mean, am I taking darkness here because of the fact that we don't need more keys at 8 keys? Maybe. I mean, you can go through keys very quickly at the end of the game, though. There is a number. There is a number of keys where it is definitely wrong to take further keys. I'm not convinced that we're there yet. Yeah, like, damage control just isn't really a big problem with the gun. Although it will be less of a problem once I have my chain lightning. We have a million tiny instances of damage.
Just getting warmed up.
I'm embarrassed. I managed to just get hit by an obstacle. I just watched it charge at me. Okay, terrible room rewards or a chaos gate is not even a real choice. I don't know what we're really looking for here. Obviously, extra gold has been very kind to us in the past.
I understand that Zeus and all his kin on Mount Olympus think that you are born of Hades and the goddess Nyx. I was amused to learn of his deception. Nyx has mothered many of the underworld's own, so why not you?
I believe this to be true myself most of my life. She isn't my birth mother, no, but she is like a mother to me. Do you know her?
I know the goddess Nyx quite well, of course. Though it has been a while since we last communicated, and I fear I was not the charitable sort back then. It is my hope that Nyx is faring well.
Well, I mean, why would she hold uncharitability against you? She has to know that you're just going to change eventually. So, dash attack deals bonus damage, not so great. Attack deals bonus damage is fine. Special deals bonus damage is also fine. I think... We're hoping to use our attack primarily against enemies. So I guess Enshrouded Strike makes sense here.
An acceptable decision.
Like, each hit of our attack is pretty small, but, you know, percentage bonuses... It's all the same, right? It will be damage. It will be the damage we need. And we're planning to shoot ourselves with the special a lot, so I didn't want to take just the straight special damage buff. Man, I miss my weapon having stagger on it, though. But they did a really good job of all of them standing just outside of the circle at various angles. Here we go. Look, I did it. I got the 2-for-1. God, I can't wait until we find a hammer and get the ammo restrictions off of this thing. Ammo is the #1 reason I feel like I get hit with this gun. Oh good, ambrosia, just what I was looking for. Is there anything else in this room? No, I mean, this is an okay start, I guess. I'm pretty bummed out about the Zeus thing. I don't know why I'm shooting specials at people as I walk in the room. I'm so used to opening with the big attack. It's just like not the way things need to work here. And it's fine if I'm also getting the special myself. Let's just refresh the buff. And think of how easy these rooms would be if we'd gotten that chain lightning buff first.
For safekeeping.
Okay, pretty bad stuff so far. Well, I'll tell you, last time we just stuck to the left door every time we had a choice, and it worked out pretty well. Last time we had this, this chaos vision problem. Managed to dash all the way to the other side of the special explosion there. I'm also, it turns out, extremely adept at dashing onto traps and then just standing there, looking down at my feet with a horrified expression. You hear yourself in slow motion going, "Oh no!" and then bam. Alright, gold is fine. Gold was an okay pull. Are we... Yes, we are cool on stuff. Oh, you know what? One thing I wanted to say. I wanted to say this at the top, but then I forgot. Because... brain. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who responded to me talking about being intellectually insecure yesterday in extremely nice ways in the comments and in a personal message or two that I received. I didn't even realize it was... I wasn't thinking about it coming across as negative as it was. I was just kind of like idly chattering. I don't have any like real concern about... I don't think I'm dumb or anything. I just have insecurities because I have insecurities because that's how my brain is. Let me tell you, I could write a novel that hits the top of the New York Times bestseller list and wins a Pulitzer Prize on the same day, and I would still be like, oh man, I am fucking it up. Why am I not doing better?
Anyone else?
You want to make it out of there, you don't have to listen to a word I say, to be quite honest, but my huntress blessings ought to help.
I appreciate that Artemis thinks I have this under control. There's certainly some evidence to suggest I have this under control. Special is stronger with a chance to deal critical damage. I kind of like that, honestly. Yeah, and her dash boost is not very good for us. I'll take this. That seems fine. Trying to shoot the special in such a way that it hits myself and enemies, but like... I'm hoping to get something a little bit more creative for our cast than just it seeks and can crit. At this point, I think of like certain types of boons as being the place where you enable your combo, and like the special is really good for that. Wait, remove his. There we go. I keep firing special at people and then remembering, oh god, I got to remove the damage control before that lands, otherwise they're not going to take any real damage. Also, like the special is just very, very good with the gun. Again, think of how well this would be going if we had the damn chain lightning. Okay, I think we did a pretty good job of controlling the number of enemies there.
Well, that's better.
And another Erebus thing. I mean, it's just a pomegranate. Oh, it's just a pomegranate versus a hammer. But it's probably actually two pomegranates, right? Because that centaur heart that we picked up was 50 bonus health rather than 25. The thing is, we want a hammer more than almost anything else in the game. I think I'm going to skip that, as silly as this sounds. It's just like, pomegranate is so relatively low value, and hammer is so very, very good for us. That's not exactly where I wanted that to go. Oh god, there's so many enemies. In theory, if I was a little bit more on my game, I could be covering my reloads with the special pretty effectively. Okay, that's working. Alright, show me infinite ammo. Nope. Man. We're really kind of getting the screw here. Triple bomb's very good, but like none of the elements of our... Getting the screw is way too harsh. But none of the elements of the build that we wanted are coming together at all. Yep, not even any of the... Man, these are the wrong boons. Karen, what are you thinking, man?
Here's the fee.
Lightning rod right away. I mean, that's certainly interesting. The heroic version of Artemis's Aid is also interesting. I mean, I think we take this.
Time to hunt.
Big surprise. I think you probably ought to take the duo boon. Duo boons do a lot of really neat stuff. And then... do we actually want a Hermes... The value of the Hermes boons is so variable. It's so hard to know what you'll get. And a heart is always a heart. I think I'm going to take the Hermes boon, though.
I'll take it.
Swift Flourish is probably actually pretty okay for us. I'm going to take it.
Godspeed.
Getting caught with my feet planted is my #1 way of taking damage. Jesus. Again, my kingdom for that chain lightning. I don't know if you know this, but I'm prince of a pretty huge kingdom. You should take this offer seriously. Oops. Bad time to reload. Alright. Really, a shop again already? I saw the 2 keys and I was very excited. I was like, that could be 200 gold over there. You know what? I'll take this. These are easy enough to do on this floor.
You shall
Although
pay
I
for that.
did immediately almost get myself shot by a trap. Oh right, shoot your cast. Don't be shy with that. You gotta get that. Gotta get those bloodstones on the floor. Oops, I picked one up. Yeah, I mean, that's doing stuff. That's cool. I'll say this. I don't know if this lightning rod thing is actually very good, but it is super neat. And that counts for a lot, in my opinion. Well, I guess we're taking the heart. Weird to see back-to-back shops like that.
That's good.
It's like, no golden pots in here. Okay, we don't have the build we wanted, but we do have something. Something's coming together.
I'm back, ladies.
Alright, here we go.
My sisters and I, we've had a chance to talk, and we have come to an agreement, Zagreus. As you can see.
3 against 1. Doesn't seem all that sporting now, does it?
We're each well past the need for any sport. We'll kill you, whatever it takes. Ares, now.
Yeah, it might take all 3 of you, honestly. Oh god. I ran forward so that I could get the special, the Q buff there, and that was an error. I paid for that one. Oh god. And she's become impervious, because of course she has. I'm so busy looking at her and all the projectiles. That time, I just walked across the trap. Oh god, there's so much garbage on the ground. Holy crap. I might have overdone it. Dear viewers, it's possible that we've overdone it. Give me a buff, and then let's get out of here. Where did she go? Wait, no, seriously, where the hell is she? Okay, she's over here. Oh, she did not quite dash into that. I did not position it correctly. Coward! I mean, we're kind of winning. The whole room is on fire and filled with every status effect that has ever existed. And I gotta remember to get my bloodstones out on the ground. Jesus. Stop. Criminy. That's a fun version of the fight, though.
The other sisters left.
Ooh. We didn't even lose a life. Somehow managed.
Do bathe yourself in lava when you get to Asphodel.
Oh, don't worry, I will. If history is any indication. This seems like a good idea. Okay, so now what? We did not get the Zeus boon that we were looking for. I mean, I hate to be this guy again, but if we're trying for the build we're trying for, we force Artemis for support fire if we can. Pretty sure that's right.
Go with that one.
You know, there's just not that many boons. We know what they all do now, so
Heading up. There.
there's actually quite a lot. Quite a large number of different boons. But at this point we're familiar with most of them, at least. Every once in a while I see a thing and I'm like, "Oh, hey. Oh, hey, that's something new." Why is there so much darkness on this run? you would think, as you turn up the heat, the darkness rewards would get less common, because they gotta know you don't need it as much. I think I might have just dashed out of that, that special there. Oh god. Medusas everywhere. Gorgons, sorry. Ah. I always forget how much those projectiles curve.
Got you.
I will say that the crit chance on the special is doing some okay work here.
All mine.
I hear a Chaos Gate. Yeah, I guess. You know what'd be really cool, though, is some troves that give money. That's a pretty good way to start a fight. Ow. I really hate that attack. Like, the time between the beginning of the animation for the little, like, scramble thing they do and the bomb actually exploding on you feels like it might be lower than for any other attack that they have.
Now what?
It's like you have to already be reacting or you are in a lot of trouble.
What's for sale?
Nope. Not buying any of that. Thought I heard the sound of a Chaos Gate opening. Maybe I was wrong. Oh no, it's right here. You know, there's so many things in this room that are smoking and have little ephemeral bits rising out of them. I managed to look right past it.
I'm back here.
Happens to everybody, although for some reason, some people in the comments of YouTube videos like to pretend that it only happens to the YouTuber. Not that I'm bitter. Roiling Soul is a ton of health. As much as I like bonus gold, that is so much health. I know that I'm going to be sad about the 50% more foes thing, but I don't think we can pass that up.
Come on, then.
Their little wave pushback thing, I was a little annoyed there for a second when he knocked himself out of the area for my special, but then they both pushed themselves into the lava and forgot to ever leave. So I guess I can't be that upset. Do you mind blocking me from shooting at the guy I was trying to shoot at? But, you know, this is one of the things, right, of roguelikes. It's a little annoying to be trying to demonstrate some kind of system mastery, if not mechanical, then at least, you know, informational, and have the run just refuse to come together on you. But that's, like, sometimes you learn more. I mean, particularly at the beginning of your time engaging with a system like this, but, you know, also later it can happen. You learn more from the runs where things didn't go the way you wanted them to go, and you were forced to play with different tools than you might have chosen to play with. Also, the gun is just like... The gun can solve all problems. It is a ridiculously powerful weapon. Tell me money, yes. Sweet, sweet money.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
So, Shop versus Artemis. I mean, sadly, I think we gotta take that Artemis buff. Think of how good support fire would be here. Cowards! I think part of the problem I had there, the reason we got hit by that particular bomb, was the bombs arc, but they don't arc evenly. Like, it flew in a straight line for a long time, looking like it was gonna miss me, and then it started arcing at the last moment where it could still do that and make contact, and I had already dismissed it in my head as a miss by that time. Listen, sometimes the processing is a little bit slow. You know, the bomb starts to turn, and then your brain's like, oh, wait a second, that's unexpected. Let's think about this for a second. And then by the time I've gotten to the end of that very long sentence in my head, I am blown up. Hello, it's me, the guy who is detonated. So many waves. It's so many waves immediately, and I didn't really want to dash away instantly, because I obviously want to get hit by the specials. That's annoying. That's the kind of bomb enemy who can only attack at point-blank range, and he still jumped away from me to avoid the special explosion. I would love it if people would stop throwing bombs at me. There's problems that people who don't play video games don't have. I feel like everyone is always shooting bombs at me. Ow. Okay, well, we're getting to a greater call kind of place here. I also just realized how incorrect. It's you know, living in America, I don't so much have the problem with shooting bombs at people shooting bombs at me in real life. But I guess if you live elsewhere, you sometimes have the problem of America shooting bombs at you. Stop moving. You know what? Yeah, how about that? How about a little bit of that one? That does way more damage than I was expecting.
In the name of Hades.
None of these are the thing I wanted. What are you thinking? I guess this is fine. You know, True Shot's okay. I still want to try to get Chain Lightning on our attack. I gotta remember to actually use our cast, because I have not been doing it. But this should incentivize me. Now I can crit and stuff. And it will tend to find a way to get to the enemy. I can't believe I didn't take a bunch of damage from the lava there. I was so panicked about trying to get out of the lava. So what is the... I don't know what the area of the lightning effect is. It's like, I don't know if these guys are going to be getting hit by it at all. The jumping around dudes will... Yeah, they'll jump into it. And wow, it actually... Yeah, it hits very hard. Get them, Bloodstones. I got too close to the Bloodstones. No. Actually, I must free them. Sure are a lot of crystal dudes spawning. Like a huge number of them, it feels like. Why are these skeletons such good jumpers? Hold on a second. It just now hit me. Why are the enemies who are super good at jumping skeletons?
Let's have a look here.
They don't have... Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I started this little rant before I realized I don't know how jumping works. But there's tendons and muscles and stuff involved for sure. Right? There have to be. Definitely taking a yarn here. I was going to see if we were headed toward a shop first. So of all of the enemies in the game, I'm not saying like, oh, a living skeleton couldn't jump. That's not how skeletons work in real life. Because obviously, you know, I'm firing a magic gun in hell right now. But I'm just saying, of all of the enemies in the game to make into really good jumpers, why the hell would it be the skeletons? So who do we want to... We're only going to get the yarn bonus here on one of these. Do I want to go for high-level chain lightning? I feel like the buffs that go in these slots are more common than the others. Maybe I'm wrong, but it certainly feels that way. So I feel like we're more likely to see the chain lightning buff, but if we could get support fire at a high rarity, it would be pretty phenomenal. I'm gonna try for that.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh, interesting. 3 extra ammo for your cast. I mean, we can't turn that down with the lightning rod, right? No, we gotta take that.
Guide my hand.
And then...
in our families, Agrius. But my advice to you is that you keep it carefully suppressed in your relationship with me.
Sorry, Lord Zeus.
And then we're just gonna hope. We're just gonna hope to get our chain lightning and start like actually being able to put our build together. I should be firing these casts, and not all in the same place. Oh god, it's a lot of things is the thing. There's so much stuff happening right now. You think if I call Zeus right now, he'll answer? Feels like he shouldn't, right? I do have to remember that our shot is very, very good at destroying enemy projectiles. I feel really bad for all of these enemies that have been summoned here, because Zeus is kind of selling them out. Like, he's angry, and he's shooting lightning at me constantly, but he's also shooting lightning at all of them constantly, off the Bloodstones, and it seems like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to work for Zeus, I guess is what I'm saying. Also, how many damn enemies are we going to fight here? Don't tell me not to be a fool. You get in here and help me fight you. Well, he did it.
From chaos is transformed.
And thank God for that.
Commendable of you to live through that. And I suspect you shall think twice next time before so brazenly defying me, won't you?
I don't know, I mean, it worked out. Are you kidding me? Well, I mean, Thunder Dash is not terrible. Lightning bolts deal damage in a larger area is also kind of interesting, but I think I'm just going to take Thunder Dash here, even though it is a low rarity version of the thing that it is.
Is my hair sticking up?
Because we got to start getting our basic boon types sorted here. 278 gold into the shop versus a pomegranate. Yeah, we're taking the shop. Let's just make sure that we're not missing any money here. No, it doesn't look like it. These things do kind of look golden. Ah.
Next island.
Alright, so we could afford, like, boon plus heart. Boon plus heart would be a cool thing to see. Also, I wouldn't turn up my nose at food here. Okay. Karen, just get out of the way. I'm trying to break the thing. Yeah, boon plus heart is totally fine. I'm not super happy about the amount of health we have going into this next thing, but... Attack deals damage and knocks foes away. I actually don't like that because we have a real problem with our attack range being too short anyway. I think we're going to take Sunken Treasure here. Just refill my health a little bit.
The ocean's fury. Sure.
Okay. And then... yeah, nothing for it. I guess we're going. I'm certainly not buying darkness. We have accumulated enough darkness this run. This is another place where, like, chain lightning on the attack would be super good.
Have your head.
Okay, ow. That's always got just a little bit more range than I'm prepared for it to have. Just trying to get all of my bloodstones into enemies who will soon be dead. Oh my god, it takes so long for me to notice that I'm not shooting anymore and begin the reload animation. Holy crap, that's some damage output. Seems like we're getting a lot of red ones today. Not usually a good sign for me. I think I'm handling it okay. It's like, it's real goofy that is a thing I even have to think about. Whether I'm doing okay with the straight line shot that's super easy to just avoid. Especially considering that I have an invincible dash. Eventually, the cast ammo just comes back to you. You don't always get a choice of leaving it around. Get him, lightning bolts. Yeah, okay, they're getting him. This is working. All right, we're gonna get Greater Call during this last head phase here, and we are absolutely going to use it as soon as it comes up. Okay, it's the Greater Call also can't always hit them when they move their heads way out to the side like that, which is maybe evidence that that is not intended behavior. Like, did you see that the Greater Call, or the lightning bolts were striking the base of that guy's neck instead of where his head was? Because his head was way off like this in a place where it kind of can't be hit. Oh, that's awesome. When you cast on impervious bosses, the bloodstones just fall right where the impact is. That's actually going to be really useful for us. That was super clean. Super, super good. I had not intended to make this a lightning rod run.
Just shudder.
But like I said, you know, sometimes you get forced into doing a thing that turns out to be actually awesome. This game is so good. And I'm mad about it, as previously discussed.
Sounds like progress to me.
You know, I was doing another thing last night that actually triggered that reaction in me. The Aesop Rock album, The Impossible Kid. It's too damn good. It's too good. Nobody should be that good at making rap music. Alright, especially, like, Mystery Fish. What a fucking phenomenal song. What do we want here? I think we're probably going to end up on Distant Memory for the ending. You know what, though? I'm not 100% sure. Let me try that again with breath in my lungs. I'm not 100% sure that distant... Like, I don't know if the normal attack of the gun reaches distant, because it feels like it's way shorter than you want it to be pretty much all the time. What I really want is to take the Zeus Spoon again. I wish it would let me. So do we want to take something else? I guess the coin purse wouldn't be terrible. This is an okay time for coin purse. Try to buy ourselves some more boons before we hit the top, because I kind of don't want to force any other kind of boon because I want to increase the odds that we see more Zeus boons. So the other thing we could do is we could take the Distant Memory and hope to make the 25 necessary encounters to rank it up before we end up fighting Hades, because there's a lot of little encounters in Styx, although who knows if they all actually count. They probably don't, right? Because the butterfly didn't count them. It says each time you clear an encounter, and it was not counting those little rooms. Yeah, let's just take the coin purse. We'll just grab 200 coins, and then we will
To the top.
then we'll take the Distant Memory on the last bit. I think it's been a while since we've seen Eurydice.
Champions.
Maybe she figured out that Hades, or that Zeus is not paying a lot of, or Zagreus is not paying a lot of attention to what she's saying, and she's now avoiding him. This is tough, because we still really would like the infinite ammo, but I guess I'm getting by okay without it, and the chain lightning thing would be so nice to have. And we know for a fact there will be a hammer available at the end of the game. Although obviously it would be super cool to get the buff before we're at the very, very end of things. God, I hate chariots. Oh right, my cast. My extremely powerful cast. Why don't I do some of this? Ow. There. Spears. A whole bunch of you saw that coming and went... Oh, a whole bunch of you were the slow motion oh no guy, I'm sure. Saw me dash over next to the spear trap and just, like, completely ignore its presence. Okay. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna give Zeus an ambrosia here in the hopes of persuading him to give us the chain lightning thing.
I thank you, my lord Uncle Zeus, for your benevolence and your thunderous might.
You honor me, young man. As well you should, for I am ruler of Olympus, am I not? Such courtesies are shown me constantly, yet I appreciate them all.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
In the name of Hades.
Really? I mean, I'm inclined to take it just because I really hate that that's the base rarity version of that thing. Like, to the point where I hate to be this guy, but maybe we don't take it here. Maybe we instead take Static Discharge. I have quite a bit of lightning from just dashing around. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna not take it here. And we're just gonna hope to see him again. I will absolutely do a Trove Trial for money. Feeling good about our build here. Should probably just do this now.
Set.
Get him, lightning bolts.
They had their chance.
pretty good. It's pretty good. 3 extra ammo for your cast plus lightning rod is pretty alright. So we're not going directly to a shop. Just gonna let that detonate. Okay, here we go. Yes to both? Yeah, maybe unwise. Not gonna buy the food. Am I gonna buy the food? Maybe I should buy that food. Because we are down like 50 health, right? I know it looks like that bar is very full, but... And I still have 350 gold left. And then do I want a Dionysus buff? I don't really want the... honestly, Dionysus' poison would not be a horrible attack buff to get here. What else would we take? I can't even remember what all of their stuff does. I think let's go Poseidon here. Well, we don't really have a lot of knockbacks. Poseidon could offer us a different dash. They could both offer us a different dash, I suppose. Would I take either of those? Or if I was going to get a cast from one of them, which one would I want? Actually, probably his, right? Because it's way easier to control the positioning of it. Yeah, if he offers us to overwrite the cast buff, I would totally take that. Oh no, don't come over here and get me, whatever shall I do?
I'm out.
This is pretty alright. Let's get my wall of lightning here. Wow, that chariot managed to just like thread the needle and not get hit by a single one of those bombs. I mean, it might be a goofy looking strategy, but it did work.
That underworld of yours places a real pit, isn't it, Zag? A shame you're stuck down there. But we are gonna get you out of there together, you and I.
So we could take positive outlook, or we could give up on our dreams of the chain lightning attack and just take pretty powerful stacking poison. For 4 seconds, the victim keeps taking damage, effect stacks up to 5 times. So 30 damage every 0.5 seconds. I mean, it's actually a lot. It's probably better than the chain lightning against bosses. You know what? I'm just going to take it.
Strong stuff.
It's not where we were going, but it is where we ended up. You know, sometimes life's like that, I hear from pop songs.
That is private property.
Pop songs mostly written by 17-year-olds, so I guess why would I believe that they would actually have any idea?
I can't.
Alright, got my lightning bolts out there. Okay, now they're out there. Some of them were stuck in enemies who were reluctant to die. Wait. It feels like... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, it feels like they're all dead. I'm not sure who's still out there. Get them, lightning bolts!
It seems I need to look for better help.
Too many traps. Too many active traps. Okay. Ugh, 71. Not very good. We're taking the chaos exit, right? 457 gold into the shop is definitely interesting, but I'm gonna do this.
I can take it.
Perhaps unwisely. You know, on that pop song thing, I guess they're mostly sung by 17-year-olds. I don't actually know how pop music goes. Do the singers write that stuff usually? As you might be able to tell, I've been listening to the same 10 metal and rap albums over and over again for years. On my copy of Winamp that the executable of Winamp that I've just been moving from computer to computer for probably close to 30 years. A lot of these are not that good. This is fine, I guess. I mean, at this point, Chamber Reward previews being hidden feels a little bit worse, but I don't care about dash attack bonus, and this is too late. 4 encounters from now, we're going to not really have that many boons left to get.
I'll have to withstand the whims of chaos to extract the benefits a few chambers from now.
Just even more damage on specials.
Butterfly chamber.
Should probably not be shooting the cast directly at this guy, I guess.
That one's beyond me.
Ah, whatever, this is fine. We'll just kill him.
There we go.
Alright, we only let a couple of them arm up. It's not too bad. So it does seem like, just from casual observation, it looks like the area that the lightning rods work in is quite small. Honestly, I really like the stacking poison on the attack. It feels pretty good. And I'm not missing the infinite ammo. Not all that much, anyway.
In the name of Hades.
Poison slows people, or poison-afflicted foes contaminate others. That's interesting. I think numbing sensation probably makes more sense. Peer pressure will be good during sticks, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it.
To my health.
I don't think numbing sensation is going to be all that good for us. Let's go right. See, the thing is, we kept going left earlier and it kept working for us, and so that's exactly what Hades is going to expect me to do. So we're doing this to, like, throw him off the trail. Do I want to give him ambrosia? Why not?
Why would you waste a proper vintage on the likes of me? Questions that are better left unanswered, I would guess.
If this eases your burden even for a little while, then it's in good hands as far as I'm concerned.
You haven't lost your will just yet, I see.
And you can certainly help me with that.
It's all the same to me.
This one. Sticking with the strategy. Left was right, which is what makes it not right anymore. Now it's a trap. Any chance you guys want to, like, die and drop those bloodstones? Damn it, I dashed right through the bloodstone. I guess I didn't actually have to come over here. I would still totally take the Dionysus Festive Fog thing if it came up. Because it would be nice to be able to control exactly where the bloodstone's going to end up. Ow. Stupid explosive enemies spawning directly on top of me. Nope, get away! Get away! God, I hate them so much. Okay, wall of lightning. Wall of lightning between me and the chariots. It kind of seemed like they were continuing to drop lightning bolts while they were being dragged back to me, which is kind of neat. I don't think that it's going to be very easy to, like, take advantage of that as a tactic, but it's cool. Alright, continuing to go right.
The curse of chaos has been lifted.
Good, because I would really like to be able to see what I'm doing. I saw it, that time I saw it, I looked right at the spear and I was like, huh, that's going to stab my face parts. I need those. Of all the parts of my body that I don't want to be speared, face is like in the top 7? I'm trying to do the list in my head real quickly here. It kind of depends on whether certain parts count as one thing or two things. And I guess we'll just, we'll leave it right there. I probably don't need any more detail than that. It's a shame that when you shoot a shield guy in the front with your cast, he doesn't take any damage from it or anything, but he still consumes the bloodstone. It still gets stuck in him. So I'd really like it to just drop on the ground. Ow! Doing too much talking and not enough watching for spears. It would be really nice if it would just drop on the ground, right?
Gods grant me strength.
Big bonus damage on the cast is interesting. I think I like this.
Cheers.
It's a pretty significant amount of bonus damage on a thing that does a pretty significant amount of base damage. And then hard versus lightning. Would we at this point even take the lightning buff if it was offered? Probably not. Or the chain lightning thing. I think I'm actually pretty happy with what we ended up with here. I have so much money. I have so much money, but I also have 4 death denied charges. Are we gonna pass this, I guess? I might pass this and just go up to sticks with a whole lot of money. No, let's be on the safe and boring side. But he could give us other stuff. He could give us other fun things. I don't know what else at this point. Guess let's find out. I do love hearts. And with the amount of... You know what? With the amount of charges we have, we probably have enough health. That's probably the right way to look at that. Alright. Wall of lightning. Come and get me. Oh god, they're doing it. They are successfully doing it.
Ready.
This is actually kind of working, though. It's not a good strategy, but it's a functional strategy. Things can absolutely work and still be done, which is the thing I think we've discussed before. Ow, I got hit by that one pretty bad. Are we... There's still one out here somewhere? Oh, there's a couple out here. Look how effective that is. This is the good kind of dumb, though, where it's also funny. That's really all it takes. Right, there's cover there. Why are there so many of these damn things? If I didn't know better, I would think we still had the plus 50% enemies Chaos Boon back, or Chaos Boon still on. You know what? Sure. Greater Call. Why not? It does feel like this Greater Call charges up faster than some of them do. Lightning bolts have an effect to strike... lightning bolt effects have a chance to strike twice. Yep, that's it. That's the one.
Tingly.
The answer to what could Zeus still give us. We found it. Some people will ask, what do you give to the man who has everything? And the answer is... a 35% chance to have everything twice. That sounds great, actually. Shop versus Boon. I mean, we would prefer to buy things here rather than in sticks, because they're cheaper here. With 365 gold, I think it's perfectly reasonable to shop.
Good old
We do not get a boon. We do get this, which is fine. I was kind of hoping there'd be a boon in the shop, but what are you going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot a Minotaur in the face.
It is as the king said. You will not leave Elysium except through us.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I just noticed they're wearing coordinated gloves. Ow. Well, I got hit by a spear pretty hard there. Oh god, there's so many graphical effects, I can't tell where he is in his animations. Get him, Bloodstones. Unfortunately, a lot of the Bloodstones are near Theseus rather than the Minotaur. And yes, I did totally forget his name. Look at all the lightning. Look at how much lightning there is right now. You cheat, he says. So keep in mind, he's saying that assistance from the gods is cheating. Did I not manage to land a single one of those bombs behind him? I didn't. The lightning rods did so much damage to him so quickly there at the end. I was responsible for almost none of that. It's just like he walked into the center of the room and he got hit by lightning 170 times.
Must I send Cerberus to block your path again?
You leave
I mean,
Cerberus out of this.
Why? What do you think it's going to accomplish, man? You know what? You know what's really great about the distant memory here, actually? Is that we are far away from the lightning rods while they are doing their thing, and that a lot of the time, and that probably counts as the foe being distant. Because I'm sure it's measuring the distance from me, not the distance from the originator of the damage source. So that feels pretty good. And then we don't take any of this garbage. Does anybody find that move speed is really valuable to them? Like, if you play this game and you see those move speed buffs and you're like, yeah, hell yeah, give me that. Give me those wings. Let me see Hermes, my buddy Hermes. let me know, because I'm curious, like, if I'm just thinking about it wrong, as turned out to be the case with the sword, or if it is, in fact, the case that it's just, like, it's not that necessary. One thing I guess I don't know is how much it affects the way you dash.
Which tunnel?
Does it give you distance on your dash, or does it make your dash actually execute faster enough to be noticed? I was really hoping that there was going to be an Artemis boon up here. There's one in the shop, but I was hoping we'd get 2 swings at support fire.
Try this way.
Well, I guess let's do the thing we usually do. You know, lightning and poison, it's such a natural thematic combination. The things are basically the same. That's why they're always linked in all the stories. Although I guess, you know, blightning is a thing. Some real magic nerd stuff. The moment I saw, to give you an idea of what kind of magic player I am, the moment I saw blightning, I was like, oh man, why would you ever need any other cards? This does everything. This is everything you might need to do to a person. Except that it's not a 2/2 for 2 with a downside, which is traditionally my favorite kind of card. Listen, I come from an older age, you know, I started playing in, like, Fallen Empires. Magic cards were just different back then. And when I say different, what I mean is worse. They were all so bad. It's like, yo, check it out. This Minotaur is a 2/3 vanilla for 1 red. That's the best card I've ever seen. I'm stuck on the cure thing. Stupid satyr. Oh god, it's so much damage and I can't... There we go. I got all of my casts stuck inside of him. Just causing some real problems there. Please, lightning. Please, Zeus. Zeus, protect me. Oh god. Let's make him come over here by the lightning bolts. Are we good? Are we done? There's like one or 2 of them lost somewhere. That's probably overkill.
Much better.
It's like two tiny rat-sized enemies. Quick, fire 3 huge mortars at them. It's our only hope of survival. Alright. Do I want to buy the hammer the instant we have the money? Maybe. Because I would still like the infinite ammo. We certainly don't need it. But I do want it. We assembled a real, like, weird hodgepodge of stuff here that I would hesitate to even call a build. But honestly, like, the different parts of it are playing together really well. The Artemis buff on the special has done a lot of work for us, and then we have... The attack is really good at quickly disarming single large targets while we're working, and... Ow, I shouldn't have dashed forward. I thought I could dash in, drop the special, you know, do the thing, and then get back out in time, but... possum dudes, they bite real fast. Like, real fast.
I can't.
Stupid gun. Stupid fast dissipating bullets. Ow! I got stuck on... I didn't realize there's an unpathable thing here. I got stuck on this, and so I got bit again. In a really dumb way. And those bites are hard, and they probably get infected very easily. Okay, well, bad news. I was really not ready for this yet, although I suppose... We have little enough health that I'm actually pretty glad to see it. I'm not playing that well. So with 485 gold, do we want to just, like, buy the Zeus buff and get out of here? No, we probably want to buy the Zeus buff and the Artemis buff at the very least. So... As much as I'm a little bit leery of a difficult path, another Dionysus buff could be good for us. I don't know what Poseidon would give us that would be useful at this point. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Let's see where this leaves us. I think I got hit by, like, every one of those little rats. They bite for, like, a point each. And I just got bit by 10 of them.
Take the trade.
No. To be perfectly honest, I don't know that we're getting a lot of value out of Swift Flourish, but I'm not going to sell it for that very, very small amount of money. Okay, it's a fair amount of damage. It'd be really cool to see a trove in here somewhere, one of these early rooms. No, no, don't make me stop in the poison. Okay, everything's fine. Aha! I figured it out. Perfect strategy. I'm untouchable. And I'm terrified of poison. Okay. Listen, you call it cowardice. I call it not getting shot in the head with a laser beam. You ever been shot in the head with a laser beam? Probably not. If you're here to hear me say this, probably not. Me neither. I mean, in real... Yeah, but I assume it's bad. I think I can reasonably assume that it's bad. I'm trying really hard to hit the small enemies with the cast ammo. So that it just ends up on the ground. Oh god, get away from the poison vent. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Just stay near the cloud. Why did I dashed into a razor blade? Trying to avoid taking a single damage from getting bitten by a rat, I dashed into a huge rotating saw blade.
In the name of Hades.
Deal more damage while foes are poison afflicted. This is not going to... I mean, that's a huge amount of bonus damage. That's actually awesome. But, like, 3 foes are poison afflicted is not a thing that's going to happen all that much from here on. So, none of these really do anything. I guess numbing sensation is the best of our options.
Should be able to get back through here.
Was hoping that was going to be a little bit better. So 2 normal difficulty paths. We're just not... There's no chance of us making enough money to get the hammer buff and the Zeus buff, right?
Something I can use.
And I think I would rather take Zeus plus Artemis than I would the hammer.
Should come in useful.
Bolts are bigger. God Gauge charges faster. Our God Gauge thing actually is pretty powerful. I'm going to take this.
Thunder time.
Thunder time was the coolest thing you could think to say, and then support fire, there it is.
Better hide.
Well, this is over. Real hard to imagine Hades making it through this one.
The fearsome Cerberus accepts the satyr sack.
I owe you one, boy.
Alright, what do you think? I'm guessing 30 seconds. Totally flawless, 30-second kill. Zeus is going to hit him with a lightning bolt, and he's going to go all, like, black outline with a visible skeleton, like in a Looney Tune.
You bypassed Cerberus again, I see. Unfortunately for the both of us.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like you've given me a task that I can easily repeat every time I come up here. He should devise a new trap. I don't know, hang an anvil over the thing? I mentioned Looney Tunes now, and it's all I can think of. Maybe like wall up the back wall of the Styx Temple, but then paint an opening on it so I run into it. And then I hold up a sign that says "Yipe" on it.
You dare laugh out against me like this, boy? What do you think, Father? I think
That is an astute understanding of the situation. I do, in fact, dare to lash out against you. I don't know why I even bothered. That thing is already basically exploded. Yeah, we're doing some okay damage.
Show yourself.
Although every time he disappears, he clears his poison, which is really annoying.
Smite you. My foolish brother cannot help you now.
I don't know. It feels like he's helping. Although this thing where you can be invincible and also it's impossible to see that a Gorgon has spawned does really suck. Did you guys know that a Gorgon had spawned there? Because I got caught pretty much by surprise when all of a sudden I was turned to stone. Look at that. Did you see that guess? Just like Yeah, this is about how long it takes for him to reappear, right? This feels like poor sportsmanship. Come on, you're dead already. Just give up.
Like that?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Trying to just get the bloodstones out. It really, I was hoping they were going to stop right on top of him, the way they were stopping against the Hydra. Alright, we'll just stand over here behind the cover. I don't even know what that was, but I hit him for 700 damage or something. I think I dashed in too early. Oh, bad news for you. I hope you like all of the lightning.
Blast. Oh.
That was very fast.
At this time.
Goodbye, Father.
Listen, I don't want to go tooting my own horn too loudly here, but it kind of seems like as we turn the heat up, it's getting easier.
I did it.
Aw, not a new speed record. That last run was very fast. Still, though, pretty good. It turns out support fire, not 100% necessary for the build, but it sure is nice when you have it. It didn't hurt that we got fully loaded. That was pretty lucky. What a cool build. What a cool game. I did not use even a single death denied charge there.
The prince neglected to avoid stepping on a toxic strain of fungus. So rare you'd not have heard of it.
It was a rake. The narrator's trying to save us some embarrassment. I stepped on a rake. Hades was up here gardening, and... Ah, well, you know, it could happen to anyone.
I'm back.
I saw it happen to Daffy Duck once, so obviously it could happen to the best of us. Alright, I spent all of my ambrosia, but oh, there's still more dialogue somehow.
I think that I can find the lounge well on my own, Hypnos. Or wait, what is this? Did you just ask me out?
Me? No. I'd never even think to do that, miss. I mean, you have your station, and I have mine. We're from two different worlds, you could say. Fated never to be seen together much.
Alas.
Congratulations.
I mean, I get it. If I'm being honest, Megara's my type too. And I honestly might respond somewhat similarly to that question. I feel bad for him. It probably does count for something. Everybody will be telling the story about how, hey, do you remember that thing where Harry almost didn't die?
Tell me something, boy. Did you enjoy the searing heat of Asphodel? You must have thought that you'd be more resilient to it.
I'm open to a change of climate, even if it gets a bit uncomfortable.
You know nothing of discomfort yet. Making it out of Tartarus is nothing in comparison to what lies ahead for you.
Looking forward to it.
That's weird. That's a weird dialogue to get now. Feels like you should maybe get that on the first run where you make it to Asphodel.
What's new?
Why delightful sheet music is what's new.
Here's the commission. More music to soothe the senses.
Alright, let's go soothe my senses.
What am I, composed entirely of gemstones?
Wait, let's go talk to the trader first and see if we can get some ambrosia.
Let's see here.
We can.
Seems like a good deal.
I'm not done giving Orpheus ambrosia yet.
Oh, why, I'm very much obliged that you've thought of me again for such a wonderfully thoughtful gift for me.
It's nothing, Orpheus. Thank you for all the inspiration through your song. I love your work, mate.
For example?
New piece of music.
Why, very well.
I do love this one.
Can you tell me something more of Chaos, Nyx? I have a lot of questions.
My place is not to speak too openly of Chaos, child. It is their own prerogative to tell you of themselves. I can say they are the eldest force within this world. Before them, there was nothing.
Then where did... Never mind.
Yeah, it's a real good question, actually, there, Zag. This song is not very long. It has already looped many times. What about... The Painful Way?
Keep it down, I say.
You damn kids. If he had a lawn, I would be all over it. Alright, well, we can buy this. Oh, this goes higher than 25. Okay. Well, we can buy more of that in the future. Maybe we can actually completely eliminate the chance for things to appear as common. Alright, sadly, Skelly has nothing new for us. So that was fun. It was not exactly what I was expecting, but it was an enlightening run. We got to play with some weird mechanics, and also we got to kill Hades' second form in like 30 seconds, so that was cool. But that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. That means there is one more episode left in the series. So if you have a thing you'd like to see us do, now would be the time. Go ahead and drop that stuff in the comments below. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through this journey. This game rules. That's really all I have to say. This game totally rules. Supergiant's great at their jobs. Yeah, come back tomorrow for the final episode of the series, and we'll see you then.